I really, really, really need to stop drinking my coffee on an empty stomach because I become all jittery and like really shaky. So I have on this plate right here some white cheddar Cheez-Its, and I just ate some. I'm gonna make me a sandwich, but I was like, I really wanted to come talk to you guys, but yeah, I'm a little jittery. I'm the type of person to where I know there's a lot of people that work, jobs 9 to 5, and even if they don't like a job, they continue to stay in that job, even if that job like makes them miserable. I'm not that type of person. Like if I'm in an environment and I feel like I'm not growing, I feel stagnant, I feel like the job role, it's not allowing me to elevate or go to the next level, I cannot stay there. Okay, I'm that type of person. If I'm not growing, if I'm not excelling, if I'm not getting anywhere or getting anything out of the job role, I go to the next job. Now, a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people like the longevity and they like the stability and they like to stay at jobs for a very long amount of time. Now, I do have other 2 jobs. I used to work at McDonald's for over 10 years, and then I was at Orion Care for about 6 years. So I can stay at a job if I feel that I'm growing, if I feel that my hard work is paying off, and if I'm moving up in the company. So in those 2 jobs, at McDonald's, I ended up being a shift supervisor. And then even at Orion Care, I used to get bonuses, and I was changing roles. I went from just being an early childhood rehabilitation specialist to getting certified and actually getting my registered behavior tech certification. So like I said, and even I was working at a bank and I got promoted twice. So like I said, in those establishments, I was able to grow. Those jobs that I named, I was there for a very long time, 10 and 6 years, but I grew. I was able to expand. My hard work was noticed. And the way that I was able to move up within the company, and it was recognized, right? So at this current job, I don't feel like I'm getting the recognition. I don't feel like I'm growing. I don't feel like I'm elevating, you guys. And I told you guys that I'm going to college, and I'm going to college to be a nurse. I want to get my AA first, and then after my AA, I'm going to go and get my bachelor's, so that way I can be a psych nurse. So I'm making moves. If I'm at a job and I feel like I'm not making moves, I gotta move. You got what I'm saying? I am a person that makes moves. If I'm at a job that's not helping me make the moves, I gotta move. Okay? That's just how I do it. That's just how it is. So I told my boss I wasn't gonna tell her. I was just gonna find another job. But the job role that I'm in, we have a very high caseload. My caseload right now is, well, I was gonna say 65, but it's not, 62. So it's this is the job where it's really great to give notice, because if not, it's just gonna be all bad. Okay, so I was talking to my mom. My mom was like, it's better just to let your employer know, So I was like, okay. So I decided to let her know. And I'm just a very private person. If I don't got a job now, and I didn't have the interview, and I don't have the job set in stone, I'm just not gonna tell my employer, because I feel like there's nothing to tell. I'm not going, I didn't pick another job. I didn't get another job. After I communicated with her and I was just honest with her, I said, look, I'm not growing. And at the rate that I'm going, I'm going to get my nurse's degree. I got to keep climbing. I want to find another job that kind of fits in that category. So that way, when I am a certified nurse, I have the experience behind it. Now, what I do now, I already have the experience. I told you guys I work in the behavioral health field, but, just me just feeling like I'm growing, or me going to another company that hires registered nurses. So I can start from the bottom, but once I get my certification, I'm already with that job, I can move up. So that's how I think, you know what I mean? So that's how I think. And I just continue. I want to improve. I'm not that person that likes to stay stagnant. People are like that, that's great. But me, I gotta keep growing. I gotta keep going up. And in this job, I'm not really happy. It's really stressful, and it's interfering with my personal life. And I'm not able to focus on my personal life and fostering as much as I want to. So I'm looking for a job that has that more flexibility. But I do like this role, but I've been in this role for almost going on 2 years, and your girl hasn't even been promoted or anything. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, what are we doing here? If I'm not growing, then I'm not, if I'm not growing, then why am I staying here? Most definitely, if I'm staying here and I feel like I'm not getting the pay that I need, that I deserve, and the job is stressful as hell. You know what I mean? Come on now. If I were to get a promotion, you guys, because I'm at grade 17, so we have a grade 18. So if I'm able to move up, okay, well, maybe that'll be a little bit worthwhile. Maybe I'll want to stay. But if I've been in a position for 2 years and I have not got promoted, got any raises or anything, what are we doing here? Like, I noticed that with the experience that I have in behavioral health and, dealing with people who have disabilities, I've noticed that, like, man, like, once you know your worth and you have been in the field for a very long time, you start to know your worth. Okay, you start to understand, you start to know your worth. When you have a vision for yourself and you know what you want, and you're gonna do whatever it is you're gonna do whatever it is to get to what you want, you don't care how other people feel. I got my vision. A lot of people, like, older people and my mom and my grandmothers and stuff, they're like, you switch jobs too much. Like, you need to stability. You need to stay at one job. You always moving. That's just the type of person I am, man. If I see an opportunity and it's talking to me and it's gonna help me get to the next level, best believe I'm gonna go. Not saying that that's for everybody, but that's just the type of person that I am. And I like to always feel that I'm growing. And I always have a game plan, you guys. Like I said, like, I'm always growing and always thriving, Now that I'm going to school, that opens up so many doors, for me. So I'm happy about that. And I know, like, I noticed I've been in this field for a very long time, so I know I can find another job that's in the same field that is going to give me the opportunity that I'm looking for. So I'm not going to waste my time. I'm young, all right? I'm young. So I told her, I was like, hey, like, just letting you know, like, this not working for me. Once I find an opportunity that's more fit and that, is giving me what I'm asking for, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've been miserable for way too long. It's time to move to the next thing. When I was working in a restaurant, I was very miserable and just depressed and sad every day. The way I got treated, I got mistreated, I got talked about. I just got treated as if I was nothing. Getting paid bare minimum. Getting treated like I was nothing. You know what I'm saying? So for me to go there and me to see that, look, you're more than that, and you can request how much you want to make, you can request this, you can express how you feel. Like, I didn't believe that when I was that restaurant worker. I didn't know that I had a voice. I didn't know. I thought that's the best I could do. That's the best I could do. I didn't have a GED at the time, so I was like, look, like, this is the treatment you deserve. You don't got no GED. You don't have no high school diploma. You don't have nothing. Just work experience, and they're nice to give you that. But now it's like I got certifications. You feel me? Certifications, experience, everything. And your girl's going back to school. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, look, like, I'm just growing, and I don't want to be in no job that just keeps me just feel like I'm just bonded, like I'm not moving. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't. So I was woman enough to let my boss know. I was woman enough to let her know what I'm looking for, and I was woman enough to let her know, I'm not rushing right now, but once, the opportunity comes and it works more in my favor, then that's what I'm gonna do. And what I notice, you guys, that each time I go up in the pay bracket and I'm closer and closer and closer. Well, I won't say that I have like a pay bracket range, but I know that every few years, I find myself making more and more money each year because of my determination, because I'm not afraid to take a risk, because I know what I'm worth, because I know my work experience, because I know that when I do a job, I do above and beyond, because I know I execute any job that I do. So me and my drive and my determination, it has caused me to go up in the pay bracket each year. And I thank God. Even if it's $1,000 raise, even if it's 10,000, whatever it is, I just thank God that I'm able to continue to increase and move up and make more money. I just thank God for that. And I thank God that I have a voice and I'm able to voice how I'm feeling. I'm able to express how I'm feeling, and of course in a respectful way, but I just thank God that I'm just blessed with work opportunities everywhere I go. Now, y'all all know that it is a little bit harder to get a job right now. I don't know what's going on. I've been applying for a while and I haven't really got a job that I really want. But that's when my trust in God comes. I love to find a job that's like remote, or I love to have a job to where I have more flexibility and I'm happy and I'm able to focus more on my personal life and fostering. I would love to do that because my job now just takes up a lot of space and I'm not willing to allow my job to take up that much space. I'm so sorry. I'm not. At the end of the day, how I feel, my well-being That is what matters. And you being at a place that appreciates you, that promotes you, and that recognizes your hard work, I will encourage you to stay there. So it's taking up space. I got to make some changes. I'm not the type that's just going to sit here and be miserable and complain and just stay in a job and complain about the job. I'm not going to do that. If I'm not happy about something, if I'm not content, if I feel like I can find better. You know what I mean? When I've been applying for jobs, I've been applying for jobs that make way more than what I make now. Okay? Way more than what I make now. And I know a lot of jobs require you to have a bachelor's degree, but a lot of jobs take experience as well. You know, and then of course my resume, I put that I'm going to school and I put what I'm majoring in. Like I said, you don't know unless you try. Even jobs that require degrees, I still apply. Because I'm like, look, you never know. Maybe they'll just, God would just touch them to pull my resume because I have the work experience. Because I am starting college this year. So you never know what God can do for you. But if you have the drive and you have the will and it just touches you, you see a job that pays, I don't know, $100,000 a year, you want to apply, go ahead. If you see a job that pays $10,000 more dollars in your job, then go ahead. If you're not happy where you're at, don't sit there, man. You can have a job and be happy with a job. And that's what I notice. I notice when I pick jobs that are like helping people, I feel those are the best jobs. Because I love to help people. I love to be there for people. I love, like I said, to help people better their lives. My boss was very sweet. She said some beautiful things about me. And I don't want to say too much, but she asked me some questions. We talk about growth and everything and all that. So, it was a great conversation, but I had to advocate. I can't just be in this job. It's making me miserable. It's a lot of driving. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of people interaction. Like I said, I have members. I work with children who, if anybody's wondering, like, what do? I work with children who have disabilities. I just make sure that they have like the physical therapy, speech therapy, any resources that they need, if they need feeding therapy. And I just make sure that I help find them like respite providers, rehabilitation providers. Like that's what I do. I interact with vendors and, see what other research sources I can find. And even when it comes to IEPs, I attend those when it comes to school, or even if it comes to ABA schools, if the parents would like me to join on that, I'm there. I can attend those as well. So it's just that, a member that has a disability, I am just their support. Okay, I'm there to support them. I'm there to make sure that they have all their needs met, everything that they need. I'm making sure that they are getting the services and the services that they need. That's my job. That's what I do now. So, like I said, I love it, but it's a lot of pros and cons. And you guys all know, if you're in the behavioral health field, you guys know it can be very taxing. It can be very draining. You're dealing with difficult parents. You're dealing with sometimes difficult, I'm not going to say difficult members. I will say members that have complex behaviors, are members that are higher needs, so, and then you're doing a lot of driving, a lot of face-to-face, a lot of communication, a lot of multitasking, a lot of, your caseload. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. If I was single and or just married with no kids, then I'll feel different. But like I said, right now, I really want to focus more on schooling and focus more on the kids. So I'm just hoping and praying that I can find something that aligns. But I know that right now I ain't happy and it's very stressful. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to find another job. But I just wanted to come and share that with you guys. So I'm actually gonna go and make me a sandwich right now. I ate those Cheez-Its and it got me feeling great. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat. So I love y'all, okay? All right, till next time.